Ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday morning, coffee and memes. The camera still not working. I don't know why. I mean, I will be honest with you. I haven't put a lot of work into trying to fix it. I'm trying to deal with the complex and, frankly, political issues surrounding the camera. I'm confused now as I'm looking at the space where the camera would normally be. And there is just an almost blinding area of negative space. Somewhat like the visual equivalent of a deafening silence. So I guess I just stare at the green dot now. Stare at my little FBI man who checks in on me to make sure I'm sticking to my whacking schedule every day. Make sure that I'm looking at the right kind of porn. You know, if your FBI man who looks after you by looking through your webcam at you, that's one of his main roles, is to just make sure that you're looking at just the right sort of porn. So whenever you're on the hub, whenever you're on the hub and you go to a particular video, and for some reason that video just won't load properly, and you refresh the browser, you try a different tab. Still, for some reason, that video just won't load. That's your little FBI man saying, buddy, no. That's enough now. Move on to something a little bit. Can't you just do anal MILFs? Yeah? Why you gotta be weird about it, bro? Why you gotta be weird, bro? Come on, let's just keep it vanilla. Yeah, come on, let's keep it with some... Come on, get back to the stepsister, big-ass stepsister routine. Come on, let's just keep it simple, guys. Let's just... Please, we're on a level here, okay? Trickstar Radio is now back in full swing. Jay is next door. I can hear his booming voice coming through the wall. I can hear his questionable tastes in music also coming through the wall. I can hear his hot, boozy breath from a morning of sipping black coffee with vodka poured into, in a way that only a true alcoholic can. To wake up, lovely coffee, and then just a little. I mean, come on, you're doing the breakfast show on Trickstar. You need a little something to get you through, and I don't think swallowing your mouthwash is quite going to do the trick. Particularly not in our unprecedented times. Trickstar has had a big revamp, and they have new branding. It is orange and purple because, of course, why wouldn't it be orange and purple? I mean, this is Cy Twitty's one-way lunacy train to the asylum. Cool. It's orange and purple. That's fine. It's fine. Listen. We've got an illustrated lobster as our logo. I shouldn't be one to criticise. Anyway, sorry for the lack of... What am I apologising for? I always feel... there should be... It's usually something I need to apologise for. Being a white male. I can't help it. I've tried. I tried to... I went out and... Because I didn't want people got very upset. I had to leave. I had to leave a couple of jobs because of that. Anyway, look, guys, it's the budget day today. I'm not entirely sure what Rishi's got in his little case, what little Rishi's got in his little box. Are we going to get a chance to view the contents of Rishi's little box? I envision a sort of kind of 2-bit version of the briefcase in Pulp Fiction, except that when you open it up, it's just full of misery. It's just full of checks to oligarchs and nothing else. It's like, Rish. Anything for the self-employed? A little bit. Why not more? The Russian oligarchs. I've got to keep the oligarchs happy. I've got to keep Hancock's PPE buddies happy. Which, look, we are spending $2 billion. I don't know. I can't. A Rishi Sunak impression. You'll have to. Next week, I'll come back with a decent Rishi impression. But for now, let's just say that Rishi has been taken ill and Boris Johnson is doing the budget instead. Today, very happy to discuss details. Not the virus, but in fact the budget of how we will pull this economy and country kicking and screaming out of the mud and into back into the 90s. We will be allocating £2 billion of taxpayers' money to have Meghan and Harry's asses surgically enhanced to be the finest pair of juicy, delicious cheeks that all of the public will get to clap at least once a year. It'll be a beautiful thing. All the Daily Mail readers, all the types that spend their time being very upset, very unhappy, very perturbed, very, really deeply have their lives affected by the actions of Harry and Meghan. I do find that strange. That's probably, to be honest, is a good sort of red flag just for how your life's going. Like, I think of a few decent red flags. We've come up with a few in the past. Decent red flags that if you get to this point in your life, last week we discussed if you're taking financial advice from me, that's a very significant red flag to tell you that your life is going in the wrong direction. Another good red flag to let you know that stuff's taken a negative turn, is if you find yourself preparing a manifesto, find yourself about to release your manifesto onto the internet, perhaps onto 4chan, perhaps onto 8chan, or perhaps if you're a little more lighthearted, onto 9gag. But it has to be a website with a number in the name. Perhaps you're writing a manifesto for Refinery 29 about your thoughts on women's issues. Either way, if you're preparing a manifesto and you're not a political party, that's a good red flag. Another good red flag is if you are actively involved, if you actively give any kind of a fuck about the actions of Harry and Meghan, I think is a fine way for you to realise, yeah, fuck, something's not going right here. Yeah, sorry, why do I care? What now, why would this be? The fucking life's a shambles. That's why. I'm now focused on something so utterly pointless and insignificant. All of that lot, though, if Harry and Meghan were to, yes, at the taxpayers' expense, get just incredible, wowee, absolutely amazing asses, like surgically enhanced asses, literally the sort of ass that would make Cardi B or Minaj look like a vegan yoga teacher's ass. Like, you'd be like, fucking look at that ginger cunt's ass. Wowee! Damn, that's a true definition of a dump truck ass. Harry's just shaking it. He's just there at Windsor Cuts, fucking giving it all of that. He's working the pole. Yeah, he's making them cheeks clap. Pooh, mama. He's just giving it. He's just fucking shaking that thing at the taxpayers' expense, and everyone's loving it. All the Daily Mail readers are out there. They've got 50s. They're poking them in his G-string. They're just fucking wilding out and loving life. They're just remembering how it's possible to have a good time. Obviously, socially distanced. Everyone's wearing masks. There's a little tiny mask on his ass. The ass is so enormous. I mean, even like, you could put a parachute on there and it would, pale in significance to the sort of James's giant peach of an ass that Harry's carrying around with him now at the taxpayer's expense, I might point out. So that's will be an incredible ass, which will distract attention away from our mishandling somewhat of the COVID-19 virus, and will ensure a coming together of both left-wing, right-wing people and voters to all bask in the reflected glory of Prince Harry and Meghan's spectacular surgically enhanced asses. Thank you very much. Chris Whitty will now bring up some slides about how the ass enhancements will work. Thank you, Boris. So if you look at the slide one, I'm just going to show you we're going to fill up the water balloons with the silicone to put directly into each cheek. Patrick, can you change this light, Patrick? Guys, look, it's 10 minutes past 9. It's Wednesday, the God knows what of I don't even know when. Still under lock and key. Still the pubs are not open. Still I cannot go to the Volks and Top Shelf a Mitzi Turbo. It's the sad reality of life, but hey, June, what is it? 5th June, June 21st. Yeah. Hot diggity. June 21st, baby boy, baby girl, baby non-binary. Here we come.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a couple of minutes. Bits and bobs, news-wise, nothing too major. I mean, the budget's sort of overshadowing most normal news. I mean, I'm a little bit behind with stuff. I mean, look, I've got stuff up here. I've got Shamima Begum news up. Shamima Begum will be starting an OnlyFans in an attempt to raise enough money to tunnel under the channel to burrow her way back into the country. No, Shamima Begum angry after Supreme Court says she can't return to UK. I mean, what kind of a headline is that? I mean, what do you expect her reaction to be? Shamima Begum, to be honest, absolutely fine after Supreme Court rules she can't return. Shamima Begum, not bothered. Shamima Begum, mildly not. Anyway, that's enough Begum news for now. It does seem to be almost exclusive OnlyFans stuff. I don't know why. I mean, OnlyFans mum to give away money because she's making too much. She's getting 110k a month. Oh, this is the same one. I think all these articles might actually be about the same woman that It's just the one from, I think, is she in Australia or where her kids are expelled? That's not really fair, is it? I mean, come on, guys. What was it like some sort of, what do they go to, an Islamic State school? What was it, faith school? What's the situation here? Donny T, thank Christ, is back on the scene. God knows we've missed you, Donny. Oh, Donny, Donny, we have missed you so, with your beautiful bonnet. China. Trump says Biden presidency had most disastrous first month in modern history. But of course, I don't even really know what's even happened in the first month of the Biden presidency. All I can seem to work out is he has a trans woman secretary, and they've started bombing Syria again. You could have done a sweepstake on betting those things. I certainly would have put my money on them just rolling the tank straight back into Syria. But has it not been the most unremarkable first month in a presidency of modern history? I don't know. Donny T has claimed the first month of Joe Biden's presidency has been the most disastrous in modern history. Watch here. I guess. Yeah, Donny back at the podium. Stop the steal. Oh, he's back. Oh.
CPAC, do you miss me yet?
Woo!
A lot of things going on.
What do you think the sort of late night hotel room parties are like at CPAC?
Fellow citizens in this room, all across our country, I stand
Gear?
before you today to declare that the incredible journey we've begun together, we went through a journey like nobody else. There's never been a journey like it. There's never been a journey so successful. We began it together 4 years ago, and it is far from being over.
It's just too funny, isn't it? I mean, just like the most successful journey in history ever. I mean, at the same time, we've just landed a fucking rover on Mars. And it's just like, I mean, you got to give him credit for keeping the act up. Like, it is impressive. I mean, either way, whether or not he truly believes it or he's just putting it on, either is impressive in my eyes. Like, it just for, I mean, listen, the rap game needs him. Yeah, the scene's dead without him. Come on. 74-year-old made the remarks at the Conservative Political Action Conference, aka CPAC, in Florida, 28th February, where he made his first speech since leaving office. He said, "Joe Biden has had the most disastrous first month of any president in modern history." It's true. It's true. Already the Biden administration's proven they're anti-jobs, anti-family, anti-borders, anti-energy, anti-women, and anti-science. We all knew that Biden's ass was pathetic. There was no substance to it, no structural integrity to the ass, nothing. Almost as if it was made in China. It's true. It's very sad. Very sad. But my ass is very ass-based, today's show. I don't really know why. I haven't seen anyone for a while, so Haley's fed up with it. So I sort of bottle it up, and then come here and all comes out. America first, America last. Joe Biden and his saggy old man ass. Yeah, I mean, what's the shtick? Is Donny T's going to run again? When he's 78? He may be. I doubt it. Can you? I mean, I wonder whether or not you can put bets on whether or not he's going to run. Maybe. I mean, will I still be doing this show in 4 years? Hey, will I still be alive? If I am, my bet now, and you can hold me to it, is that Donny T does not run for president again. He'll be bored of it by then. 4 years is a long time, and I don't suspect he has much of an attention span. And but maybe, I don't know. I mean, would be funny if he got in again. I have to be honest. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, God, what a waste of everyone's time that would be if he got back in. Oh, and all the screaming and the tweeting, and everything would have to start again. And the amount of time wasted by everyone constantly discussing everything he says. Anyway, look. Hey, look, the Lad Bible now, when you scroll to the bottom of the article, it just throws you another one. DeGrasse Tyson shows why snow doesn't melt on a flame. I don't know what's going on there. It's not for me really. Right, let's have a look at what's going on in terms of slingers. Oh, Akov, or Akov, as he pronounces it. Akov. Well, it's all written in some kind of sort of Rusky-looking language. Don't know if it is. Might not be. So we're just going to call it. This is Harry and Meghan's Ass by Akov. I'm excited to hear it. It's got a good name, and I, for one, support his decision. Oh, go on. Yes!
Как будто ты поверишь мне, но это дочь моей судьбы. Ну почему жалеть? Похожи чем-то где-то на ночи теплые.
I don't have the Padges sample.
Это дождь и лес совсем промокли где-то, и между нами пустота.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Akov has been hit with the padgage. He has been TC'd. He has been... There's too much heat, I'm afraid, in Akov's trousers. His balls were hot. You could put it that way. That's a bit of fun, isn't it? Come on, that's nice. That is, yeah. I mean, I sort of brilliant. I mean, this is just the gold that you get when you don't listen to anything before you play it. So I think that's great. I hope he's getting some royalties for it. I hope that 0.0000001p goes to a good home. What we got? Caliber and DRS. Badman. Okay, I'm interested. Face and Submarine. Ghetto Shit. All in caps. Break and Mark System. Super Blue 2004. New Posse, fucking hell, there's a lot of good, there's new Maliks, new Dub Elements, new Culture Shock, new Tantrum Design, new Joe Ford, new The Clamps, new Black Sun Empire, new Scream Arts, new Benny Page, new Chicane. Yes, man, that looks like a lot of stuff. Let's get through it. I mean, Caliber, DRS, that seems like a reasonable place to start, doesn't it? Oh no, sorry, I've clicked on the wrong thing. Here's the new Caliber and DRS. All right. Okay, you're making what, dub techno?
Never been close, graveyard for the butt.
It's dubstep, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sweet baby Christ. And it's even a little bit dubby. All right, let's go on. Sorry. Let's check my stonks.
Think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, but you never been bad in their lifetime. No, can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man. Can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, but you never been bad in their lifetime. No, can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man.
Think say you're better than bad, but no done. No Godfather was never important. Rest with the dopey. Never hold a can of orphan. Think say you're better than bad, but no done. No Godfather was never important. Rest with the dopey.
Can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, but you never been bad in their lifetime. No, can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man. Can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, but you never been bad in their lifetime. No, can you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man.
Think say you're better than bad, but no done. No Godfather was never important. Rest with the dopey. Never hold a can of orphan. Think say you're better than bad, but no done. No Godfather was never important. Rest with the dopey.
This is a nice bit of gear, I will say.
Cause you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, but they never been bad in their lifetime, no. Cause you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, bad man. Cause you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, but they never been bad in their lifetime, no. Cause you think say you're bad man, but you never been bad in your lifetime. Never been close, graveyard for the bad man, bad man.
That's nice. Excalibur DRS. Bad man. Bad man. Bad. Stop it. All right? Fine. Thank you. Someone was just posted that vape gives you chlamydia. It's possible. It's possible. Maybe that's how I got it. I mean, I don't know whether or not the missus would buy that. Babe, what's going on here, babe? I've got the clap. What's happening here, babe? I've got the clap. I'm like, oh, wait. Oh, you fucking got that one, you fucking nutter. What you can get it from me? Well, you go and get test as well. I forgot the fucking clap as well. Jesus Christ. Oh, you give me the clap. I might have got it from the vape, babe. Maybe I got it from the... I don't know, didn't they? Koala bears make fun and they got fucking riddled with the clap. Millions of Brits may no longer be allowed to vape due to ban. Millions of Brits may be forced to give up vaping if new World Health Organization's recommendations to outlaw e-cigs are implemented. Just a quick one. No mention of outlawing actual cigs, which I think are probably worse for you. Now, I would certainly not suggest that vaping is good for you. But on a spectrum, you would presumably put cigs first. Around 3.2 million people smoke e-cigs, while businesses around the technology are also booming in recent years, with some 2,000 businesses relying on the sector, which is worth more than $2 billion. That could all change, though, if the UK joins more than 30 countries who have already banned vaping. I mean, fine, but you got to ban cigs as well, surely. I mean, does it not feel a little bit like, yeah, we're banning shandy? Yeah, sorry guys, shandy banned. World Health Organization says not good. Say that the booze content of the shandy not cool. Okay, what about actual booze? Huh? Sorry, I think I can actual booze. Are you banning actual booze? We're going to be banning shandy. Understandably, the proposal has hit plenty of resistance, with several voices worrying that it would only drive up deaths related to tobacco, with smokers struggling to quit without the step down to the vaping. Clive Bates, a tobacco harm expert and the former director of anti-smoking group ASH, NICE, says, the advice is completely irresponsible and quite frankly bizarre. If governments take it seriously, they will be protecting the cigarette trade. You reckon? Encouraging smoking and adding a huge toll of cancer, heart and lung disease. Something has gone badly wrong here. The specific change the World Health Organization wants to make would potentially affect 2.4 million of British vapers. The report, released by their Tobacco Regulatory Committee, wants the target vapes which allow the user to control device features and liquid ingredients. Oh, so it's just rigs. They're just... I don't care. I just got one of these fucking pokey little. Let's run out. With a little contemplation stick. It's my little thought rod. Okay, but if you've got a sort of DIY, stick your liquid in, crank it up, sub-ohming fucking rig, then you're out. And quite frankly, good. I'm doing a U-turn. Fine, ban the rigs. As long as I can keep my slim, discreet vape that not only is a useful device for putting the nicotine into your system, but you can also peg yourself with it should you be bored on perhaps a long train journey or in a waiting room of an STD clinic. You know, just when you need to give yourself a little pep. The specific blah blah blah. Okay, this is known as open vaping. In an open system, it means the liquid that's vaporized is refilled manually by the user. The World Health Organization worries that this method allows more dangerous substances to be added to the liquid, which could make it more harmful overall. That sort of makes sense, but then couldn't you just add crack to mushy peas? Yeah, I mean, that's a fairly ridiculous statement, but actually, yeah, that sort of stands up as an analogy, really, doesn't it? The issue for Britain's economy is that 77% of Britain's vapers do so via open vaping, while currently public health officials say vaping is 97% safer than cigs. And encourage e-cigarettes for those trying to quit tobacco. Blah, 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 blah. They got like an interview with someone who does any of those sort of like competitive vaping competitions. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. I don't know why. Like, didn't like one person died from smoking something narky, and they're like, right, that's it, we've got to shut it all down. Yes, I know about 500,000 people died from cigs this year, but will you shut up about that? We want to ban vapes. Look, speaking as a vapist myself, even I hate them. You know, I hate myself for it. I hate other people that do it. I hate everything about it, but it is what it is. Lockdown's been tough on us all, and quite frankly, I need a dummy. So that's really the long and the short of that one. Fine, ban the big rigs, I don't care. You know, obviously I am, the selfish voter that only cares about things that directly affect them, which is ridiculous, really. I do remember this old, this was a big thing surrounding the whole Brexit debacle, where everyone was like, What Brexit? No, this is going to directly affect you. What are you going to be so enjoying about when the Brexit comes that it's not going to have any effect on you at all? So which is a bit of a logical fallacy, because if everyone in life only cared about things that directly affected themselves, I don't think that would be a great move for society. I mean, sometimes you do have to, care about things that perhaps affect the greater good or whatever. I'm not saying that Brexit affects the greater good on that. Don't darken my door with it. But, whatever. I'm sure some people who voted Brexit presumably thought that it would be of benefit. I would imagine that maybe some of them were doing it just because they goddamn hate people, hate the country, and want to throw the whole thing back into the dark ages. Maybe that's why some people vote for it. Maybe some people thought it would be, and I don't know the outcome. Do not try and tell me, because I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know about it. I do not want an email from you. So, actually, the effects of Brexit have already... I don't care. I do not care. Leave me alone. Do not turn up at my front door with banners calling me a communist, because it's not true. Maybe I've been to some meetings. I'm sure I have a Che Guevara t-shirt and the Castro hat. And yes, I do parade around town with a megaphone demanding the heads of the bourgeoisie. But other than that, not really. Okay, guys? Not really. Face submarine ghetto shit. So nice that Akov got packaged. I think that's so good. That's made my morning. It really has. So nice.
shit. Ghetto shit, shit. Ghetto shit, ghetto shit.
That's nice, isn't it? That's Ghetto Shit by Face and Submarine. Yeah, I'm happy about that. That's absolutely fine by me. A few more of those, buddy. You'd be well on your way. Where are we? UK Nightclub planning to reopen at 12:01 a.m. on June 21st. Mint in Leeds. Mint Warehouse. Fucking good old Mint. Leeds Nightclub has announced plans to open the doors at 1 minute past 12 on the 21st of June as the UK lockdown restrictions are set to ease. Yeah, don't let's not run before we can walk, and I mean that in terms of like, don't expect the fucking government to not start throwing a few little naughties into the mix before that. Oh yes, you can open 10% capacity, social distancing within the nightclub. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, clubs are putting stuff on and selling out in like seconds. It's going to be. I mean, fucking hell, if it really does just all completely reopen on 21st June, that will be amazing. Festivals are on. A load of festivals are on. I think we're doing the Kenny Ken back-to-back Kenny Ken at Maid that we were supposed to do last year. I think we'll be there. I think I'm going to MC for him. It's going to be a confusing time for all concerned, I'm sure. What I will say though, guys, if there are any MCs listening, could we please leave the COVID bars at home? Please. We've had a fucking enough of living it. We don't need to hear you lot droning on about it. When I say COVID, you say fuck off. All of this routine, can we not? Can we honour the dead by not doing bars about the Rona? Please, guys. Look, I don't know if any MCs listen to this show. I don't know. But if you know an MC, if you're a brother, a sister, a father, a side bitch of an MC, please beg them, look them in the eye and beg them, no COVID bars. No COVID bars. Honour the death of Captain Tom by not giving it all the when I say COVID, you say no. Can we not? Can we please not? Okay, that's my appeal to all the masters of ceremonies out there. Just no. Don't look, you will have had effectively 18 months to write new bars, but you know that first night, Skibber will be out there with the Auto Traders bars. Det will be out there giving it the Dark Side Warrior routine. It's... Can we have a A study. Please, can someone please do a study into how many actual new bars were written by drum and bass MCs over the lockdown period? It turns out 7. 7. DRS wrote, so he did them all. DRS wrote all 7 of the new bars. It was interesting. I didn't know this, but someone alerted my attention to it the other day. MC Dynamite, sommelier at Michelin-starred restaurant. This I never knew. I mean, come on, the puns should. I mean, okay, let's not with the puns. But well, that's a bit of fun, isn't it? Imagine if I don't know, you'd made a load of money on your stonks or something, and you're taking your best gal out for a night on the town, and MC Dynamite just turns up at your table, coming down with the new wines. You should be thankful. Oh, don't, mate. Don't. Don't. Please, stop. Right, stop. Stop thinking of MC Dynamite lyric wine puns. Stop doing it. No. Don't do it. Don't. No. I mean, should we just play? No, I can't. Maybe I'll just spend an evening doing it. No, it's too much. I can't. I'm sorry. Break, Mark System, Super Blue 2004. Okay, my interest is peaked. Let's have a look. Yep, here it is. All right. What are all the moon boys in the Discord crypto group saying? Any hot tips that I can suggest that are 100% not financial advice? Buy Doge. Don't. It's a shitcoin free zone. Yeah, this is really good. No arguments for this. Sorry, did you just fade out? Bray, did you just fade that one out? That's, guys, that's a big no-no. That is a big no-no. Wow, okay, you can just ruin a great tune like that. That is, wow, huh, wow, yeah, wow. Okay. OnlyFans content creators hold university seminar about sex work. Good stuff. I, in fact, think all teachers, all lecturers, and in fact, all university staff in general should be exclusively OnlyFans workers. Now, they're not just allowed to, if you're the dean, not the dean of me and Keith Jardine, but if you're a dean at some university or other, you can't just start an OnlyFans account. You have to scrap all the staff that don't already have OnlyFans accounts and then bring in the OFs. A university in the US hosted a seminar this week which saw OnlyFans content creators opening up about their experiences of digital sex work. I'm sure Ben Shapiro is outraged by this. It's not real work. Sex work. Take a picture of your bumhole and put it on the thing. It's not real. You're going to hell. Objectively speaking, for the sake of argument, you are going to hell. The panel took part in Ohio State University's Sex Week, which is run by student advocates for sexual health awareness. A seminar called OnlyFans Behind the Scenes was held last Saturday. Summary of the event reads, starting a new OnlyFans. Join us for a panel of OnlyFans content creators to discuss their experiences and destigmatizing digital sex work and the like. Okay. It was the third time Sex Week had taken place at the university, with the event held virtually this year. The description of the event on the Sex Week website reads, we missed a lot in high school, socially, biologically, and scientifically. That's why Ohio State is creating a judgment-free, inclusive, relatable space for our community to explore the sides of sexual health, not like that they can never learn that through Sex Week, all right? Okay, content subscription service, OnlyFans, has proven to be a profitable avenue for many students, both in the US and the UK. Lady Holmes signed up to sell nude photos, and within 2 weeks she had 1,500 subscribers paying $10 a month. I'm not saying it's not work, I'm saying it's not fair. Look. How many times? Maybe I just have to stop covering OnlyFans news because it makes me I feel left out. It's FOMO. It's like I feel like the way I felt about the 2 Bitcoin that I had that I bought for $50 each back in 2013 or something. I feel similarly. Well, no, because I don't know. There's been no opportunity in my life where I would ever have been able to amass a large amount of followers on OnlyFans. Look, there's just, some people aren't cut out for it. Danny DeVito is never going to be an NBA basketball player, no matter how hard he trains. It's not going to happen, and I just don't think, I'm just not sure there's a niche that I can fulfill on OnlyFans that might get more than, who would sign up? Build, probably, maybe Shawnee Simpson, a few of the good boys from Threshold, just as a show of solidarity, more than whether or not they'd look at the pics, by the by. But it was a mitten. Nah, probably not. Just as but a show of support would be nice. God, there've been points in my life when I've really thought I've been pretty low to the bottom, but I think having an OnlyFans and my OnlyFans on the OnlyFans were Build. We've just Build. It should be just called Only Build. Hello, welcome to Only Build. Here's a picture of my bumhole. Yeah, red flag, I think. Red flag for knowing your life is going in the wrong direction. Yeah, so we've got manifesto, taking financial advice from me, having an OnlyFans account where Bill is the only fan, and and caring a lot about what Harry and Meghan get up to. They're good. You know, there are many, you know, these are, well, they're just some of my red flags, you know? Oh, they go along with my rules for life. Oh, hey, you know, rule 11, my daughter is trying to kill me. Rule 12, women with big boobs are the best. He's gone completely off. Like the benzos have just got to him. He's gone like full Bernard Manning. It's like full working men's club humor. Hey, rule 4. Why didn't they all go home? Jordan, no, please. Come on, get back on the benzos, mate. Come on, get back on the steak and benzo diet. You'll be fine. Anyway, back to the OnlyFans. The cash meant the journalism student, Lenny, was able to quit her 30-hour-a-week job as a retail assistant at Victoria's Secrets to pay off some debts. But the money came at a price, with keyboard warriors calling her a whore for selling nudes online. Then he said, strangers on the internet are the worst, like bastards, a lot of them. People saying nasty things, not like you've had brutal messages, including death threats and that from random trolls and that. I think probably that would be another red flag when you're sending death threats to OnlyFans girls. I mean, sending death threats to anyone, really. You've definitely, your life has probably taken a turn for the worse. I mean, I'm sure there are circumstances whereby someone could sufficiently wrong you to warrant a death threat. Someone murdered your wee mammy. I don't think a death threat would be too much of a... I think it would be entirely justified. But, you know, just because someone's getting cash for showing their bum, worse things going on in the world. People have called me a whore and a slag and told me I'm not intelligent. I don't know, man. That's a smart move to make 15 grand a month. Pitch the bum. I've been told to get some GCSEs and do something with my life. But people don't realise I have those. I'm at university. There are the same people who watch porn every weekend. They just don't like what I do because they have to pay. Kaya Courage quit her degree at Leeds Beckett University after raking in 30 grand a month on the site. Kaya explained, she's got the same voice, weirdly enough. I set up my OnlyFans account on a bit of a whim. I just thought I'd give it a go. I never thought it would change my life in the way it has. My first year I made £255,000. I'm now on about 30 G's a month. I'm in the top 1% of OnlyFans owners in the world. I mean, you know, top work. I would like to know what's the sort of... I mean, because there are like agencies and all sorts of stuff for it. Like, really, what is the... what's the way at the top? How do you do it? I mean, you know, I don't think I've ever met anyone that has one. I mean, I haven't met many people anyway. So the chances of one of them being a high-earning OnlyFans girl is low. Definitely with the sort of circles I move in of, people that just sort of used to take a lot of drugs in the noughties and now are just trying to get their lives back together. I don't know. I mean, I don't hang around with a lot of, you know, young, attractive women. Maybe it's for the best. I don't know. Look, it's the end of the show now. That's just the way stuff goes, I guess. It's fine. Look, Rishi's giving out splashing the cash later, so that's a bit of fun. Next week we can what's the next? I mean, just it's down walking on the beach like Saturday. Like it is like almost like it's back to normal, except that they're not allowed to serve booze on the seafront. And they're gonna be like, yes, on the 8th, you're allowed to meet one other person for a coffee outside. It's like, yeah, everyone's just gone back to just frolicking in the parks and the beaches and everywhere. It's like the genie's out the bottle now. It's like, oh well, at the end of April, you can have the rule of 6. Like, okay, all right, guys, okay. Next week, Bill Gates is going to be on to vaccinate me personally in front of you all as a show of good faith, because I know a lot of you are unsure about the vaccine. So I will be taking the vaccine directly into my helm, just to show you that it's all safe and secure. Yeah. Guys, I love you. I see you next week. You'll be nice to each other. Okay, goodbye.